This is my daily routine as a 7-figure entrepreneur. But before we get into it, let's backtrack to when I started my first ever company at 19 years old. I thought success was all about hustling 24/7, burning the midnight oil, and grinding until I made it. But what I quickly realized is that without structure, without a clear routine and discipline, all that hustle was just leading me to one thing, which was burnout and frustration. It wasn't until I started implementing a strict daily routine that things really started to shift for me. Suddenly, I had clarity on my priorities, I was making consistent progress towards my goals, and I had energy and focus to show up as my best self each and every single day. But here is the thing. A daily routine isn't just about ticking off tasks on a to-do list. It's about creating a structure that supports your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, as entrepreneurs, we're in this for the long haul. We must be taking care of ourselves if we want to build a sustainable and thriving business. When you have a daily routine that prioritizes things like exercise, healthy eating, prayer, and self-care, you're not just setting yourself up for success in business, you're setting yourself up for success in life. And that is where discipline comes in. Because let's be real, there will be days when you don't feel like sticking to your routine. There will be mornings where you want to hit snooze instead of hitting the gym. And there will be evenings when you're tempted to work late instead of winding down and getting a good night's rest. But discipline is what allows you to push through these moments of resistance. Discipline is exactly what allows you to stay committed to your vision when things get tough. And finally, discipline is exactly what separates the wantrepreneurs from the real entrepreneurs. Now, I know that some of you guys might be thinking, I'm not a morning person, or I've tried routines before and they just don't work for me. And trust me, I get it. Creating and sticking to a daily routine could be tough. But here's the good news. You don't have to have it all figured out right away. Building a routine that works for you is a process of trial and error, of figuring out what rituals and practices make you feel your best and allows you to show up as your most productive and focused self. And that is what I want to dive into within this video. The best daily routine to become a 7-figure earner. And by prioritizing your daily habits and cultivating discipline, you're not just setting yourself up to hit financial goals, you're also setting yourself up to become the best version of yourself. So now that we've covered the importance of having a strong routine and mindset, let's dive into the first and arguably the most crucial part of my daily routine, the morning. The morning will determine how your entire day goes, so it's crucial that you make the most of it right from the jump. Now, I know mornings can be tough for a lot of people. Trust me, I used to be the guy that hit snooze 5-6 times before I even got up out of bed. But what I've learned is that how you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. And if you want to be productive, you need to have the best start to your day. So what exactly does this look like? Well, the first thing I do when I wake up is pray. That's right. I don't touch my phone, I don't check my email, and I don't scroll through social media as soon as I wake up. I take a shower and immediately pray. And let me tell you, this one simple habit has been a game changer. By not starting my day with the stress and distraction of my phone, I'm able to wake up with a clear mind and a sense of intention for the day ahead. And for those of you who have a problem getting up in the morning, just leave your phone across the room before you go to bed. Not only will you fall asleep much faster, but when your alarm goes off, you force yourself to physically get out of your bed to turn your alarm off. And trust me, as soon as you get out of bed, you're not going to get back in. Now, after I pray, I recommend to sit down and journal about your life and your goals and what you're going to do to accomplish your goals today. This is the best time to get all your thoughts and ideas out on paper. And by doing this first thing in the morning, you're able to start your day with a clear head and a sense of focus. But your morning routine isn't just about productivity, it's also about self-care. I've always been a fan of doing at least one thing every morning that I've been putting off for a while that I know will make me feel good. Whether it's some extra work, editing content, or even just outlining the week with my business partners. By prioritizing your well-being first thing in the morning, you set yourself up to show up as your best self for the entire day. And trust me, when you're running a business and chasing big goals, you must have all the energy and positive vibes you can possibly get. And the best part is you don't need hours and hours to create a morning routine that works for you. Listen, we've all seen the typical red pill YouTuber who tells you that you need a 5-6 hour morning routine, you must take cold showers, you must meditate, and every single time you have to grind 24/7. Look, if you want to be successful, you need to optimize your time accordingly. You do this by starting small. Start with just 1 or 2 habits that you can commit to each and every morning. Maybe it's not checking your phone for the first 30 minutes of the day, or maybe it's taking 5 minutes to write down your goals in the morning. The key is to start somewhere and build from there. Then use all the time that you freed up by not wasting your morning to focus on work. And remember, consistency is key. The more you stick to your morning routine, the more it will become a non-negotiable part of your day. And before you know it, you'll be waking up with a sense of excitement and purpose, ready to tackle whatever the day throws your way. But the truth is, it's not just about starting your day strong. It's about maintaining the momentum and making the most of every single hour you have. And that's where the real magic happens. That's where true success lies. I've tried a bunch of different focus techniques and work schedules. But if you want to be successful, you must develop the one that works for you. Because what works great for one person could be the ultimate downfall of another person. But here's what I've learned. The key to staying productive throughout the day is finding a work structure that aligns with your natural energy levels and allows for you to focus on your most important tasks. For me, that means breaking my day up into focused work blocks. I'll typically start my workday with the 90-minute deep work session where I tackle my most challenging or creatively demanding tasks. I do this because this is where my energy and focus are at their all-time peak. So I make sure to eliminate all distractions and give that task my 100% full attention. After my first deep work session, I'll take a break. And I don't just mean scrolling through Instagram or grabbing a snack. I mean a real intentional break that allows me to recharge and reset. Sometimes this means going for a swim, hitting a quick workout, or hitting the sauna or steam room for a couple minutes. The bottom line is you need to do something that gets you out of focus and allows for your brain to get naturally recharged and recover. And here is why those breaks are super important. When you're constantly in go mode, your brain doesn't have a chance to rest and recharge. So when your brain is constantly tired, your productivity and creativity start to suffer. But when you take intentional breaks throughout the day, you're giving your mind a chance to reset and come back to your work with fresh eyes and renewed energy. After my break, I'll dive into another focused work block followed by another intentional break. I'll typically structure the day with 3 or 4 of these work and break cycles, depending on my workload and energy levels. Now I know a lot of you watching this video might be thinking, but I have so much to do, I don't have time for all these breaks, and I completely understand. The demands of running a business can be super overwhelming, but this is the thing you have to understand. When you're working from a place of exhaustion, you're not doing your best work. You're not showing up as your most creative and productive self. By structuring your day in a way that prioritizes focus and rest, you're actually able to get more done in less time. And remember, what works for me might not work for you. Maybe you prefer longer work sessions with fewer breaks, or maybe you thrive on shorter bursts of focused work throughout the day. The key is to experiment and find a structure that allows you to show up as your best self. And don't be afraid to adjust and pivot as needed. But no matter what your daily structure looks like, remember to prioritize those intentional breaks no matter how you break it down. Step away from your screen, move your body, and give your mind a chance to reset. Because when you're taking care of yourself and honoring your natural energy levels, that is when progress happens. That is when you're able to show up fully and create the kind of impact and success you desire. But I want you to also realize it's not just about the individual habits. It's about how they all come together to create a structured, purposeful day that supports your biggest goals and dreams. When you have a daily routine that prioritizes your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, you're not just setting yourself up for business success, you're setting yourself up for success in life. You're showing up as the best possible version of yourself, with tons of energy, focus, and creativity to tackle whatever challenges come your way. You're able to make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and create the kind of impact and influence you desire. And here's the best part. By structuring your day with intention, you're actually creating more freedom and flexibility within your life. Instead of constantly feeling behind or overwhelmed, you're able to proactively and purposely spend your time. You're able to say yes to the things that matter most to you and no to the things that don't align with your goals or values. You're able to be fully present in each and every moment, whether you're working on your business, spending time with your loved ones, or simply taking care of yourself. And that, my friend, is the true power of a structured day. It's not at all about being perfect or rigid. It's about creating a framework that allows for you to show up as your best self and build the life and business you desire. So as we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with this one challenge. I want you to take a look at your current daily routine and ask yourself this one question. Is this supporting my biggest goals and dreams? Is this allowing me to show up as my best self each and every day? If the answer is no, that's okay. Remember, building a routine that works for you is a process of trial and error. But I encourage you to start small. Start with just 1 or 2 habits that you can commit to each day, whether it's starting your morning without looking at your phone or taking intentional breaks throughout your workday. And most importantly, remember to approach the process with compassion and grace, because there's going to be days when you don't stick to your routine perfectly, and that's completely okay. All you have to do is keep coming back to it, day by day, and trusting in the power of consistency and commitment. Because when you do, I promise you the results will speak for themselves. You'll start to see the shifts in your energy, your productivity, and your overall sense of fulfillment and purpose. You'll start to build the kind of business and life that once felt like a distant dream, but is now your everyday reality. So thank you for joining me today, and remember, your millionaire routine is waiting for you. All you have to do is take that first step. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to learn even more tips on how to build a successful business in life. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, leave them in the comments down below. Until then, I will see you in the next video.